Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we've got another round of Champions Arena. It's turn 30. This is the last round. This is the final round. So everybody's going to be sending everything they got. We got a message from Saramatia. Yo, Lucid, finally hit Construction 6 and have built the Skeleton Start Spawn Hat and Standard of the Dam, plus some other minor things. Oh, Standard of the Dam's really clever. That's going to allow you to cast Drain Life, but importantly, it's going to let you do it if you don't have it researched. So, I'm missing the pass for Rainbow Armor, so we'll have to do with Zero Encumbrance air items. Sadly, inanimate things are immune to Drain Life, so my items might not help much versus the Colossus chassis. Though, with the ton of starting skeletons, I'm hoping Petrify will miss the Vampire Queen like it did with my Vinemen in the previous arena. That's weird. I don't remember it actually missing. I guess if they all start in a different tile than her. Might be optimistic, but I'll have to go all in on the slimmest chances for a win. I also have a Water Elemental bottle, which will hopefully hurt things that ignore my chaff. Yeah, this I think is clutch. This is the main thing I think he's been missing. It also potentially, I think... I mean, we definitely know it can take priority for Petrify. However, depending on the HP of the Vampire Queen, it may not. Like if she's in really high Dominion. Sadly, the Crab just got back, but it will be interesting to see how it will do versus my starting items plus Drain Life. At least it's less likely to just outright win with the Petrify Teleport combo. I also just got Enchantment 6, so this round... So if this round fails, I'll try a budget Rigor Mortis play next with the 4 Gem Generator. Oh, this is the last round, bro. I hope you're sending everything in. I feel a little sad my research has only recently taken off. I really could have used some better tech early, but I fucked up my fort timings. If you haven't checked the research graph in a while, I would love to see them. Yeah, we'll look at all the graphs at the end of this. All right, message from Niflheim. Contender for the last round will be a Nifl Jarl with 2 lifelong protections. The rest of the gear is rather standard. Flesh Eater for Berserk, Stinger for Armor Piercing, Boots of the Messenger, the Luck Garland, the Lion Pelt. I have contemplated several different builds to especially deal with the Vampire Queen. Charcoal Shield, Flying Boots, or even the casting Flight to attack her. But in the end, I decided it would be better to have items that are good against everything and not maybe one contender. So even with 4 imps a turn, I think my only hope of beating the Vampire Queen is turn timering the battle. So that's one of the reasons the Flesh Eater over the Sword of Swiftness. Yeah, I think Flesh Eater is pretty important. You're also going to be more likely to like fatigue out stuff if you get in a real slap fight with a tough super combatant. Okay, against Mr. Krabs, I'm relying on the imps to damage and distract him, and the luck effect to keep the Jarl alive long enough to maybe get 1 or 2 rounds of attacks in. That's all it should take to kill him, and once he reforms, the imps will hit him again, and the Jarl will be out of reach of Hand of Death. That said, could go totally wrong, or he could just die to another brute force contender like a Dione or a Melkort. And then from Ubar, Combat Caster, please save me. I think this round the arena matches has shown that gods might be the better option for running SCs, but I've had fun throwing around some random sultans. I just wish I had better luck site searching. I hear that. And then from Therados, just as the Bronze Colossus... Nobby Knobs, the unfortunate, let Therados to a tied victory with Ubar in the 3rd plane of the Champions Arena. Our hope is that Mr. Krabs may claim supreme victory in the ultimate round of the finals. If we win, nothing else, let us win glory. Excellent. All right, boys, here we go. First off, we have Helheim and Hinnom. Oh, come on, Hinnom. Really? You can do this to me? You do it. Friggin' horse on the final round. Come on, please. But this guy's got a pretty impressive kit. I think we established the disease... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I can't remember if it prevents healing from between rounds or if you... I know you definitely don't heal between rounds if you don't or if you have disease, but I don't know if you do it... Anyway... I don't know if you do it if you don't have the disease. But anyway, here we go. This guy is going to run forward and kill this dude. Shame on Hinnom, shame. All right, we have Old Arco versus Yomi. This guy's just got a boatload of fire gems, which, you know, why not? I guess he's going to do fire elemental, fire elemental. Oh, Phoenix Pyre. Well, he's fatigued out now. Well, that was nothing if it wasn't the musing. So, a win for Yomi. Now, Arco, I'm not going to give any crap because their Bronze Colossus died the previous round. So they didn't really have anything better to send. Now we have Gath and Pangea. Okay. Where are the imps? Oh, no! We only got to see one 3-imp Kohen Gadol. I guess it's expensive to blood hunt for these guys a little bit. Oh, man, I was really hoping for another 3 lifelong protection, dude. But does not appear that's going to be the case. And Pangea is running in with... Okay, we've got a flask of holy water. We've got main gauches of parrying. He just is super committed to the main gauches, which is great. Because you can get your defense really high. The problem, though, is like all the things which make your defense go low, like getting entangled or petrify. And it's not... Oh, he just failed the MR check against the Divine Shield, and that was it. He just got killed. I was like, oh, he couldn't get through protection. No, he just couldn't get past the Divine Shield. All right, so that's a win for the Kohen Gadol. That was this one. Next up, new Arco. All right, so Bronze Colossus. Has he kept the Ring of Returning on? He has not. The gauntlet has come off. You actually have to kill him now. And who is this? Somebody sent in a barbarian. For shame. For shame. Ashdod. Don't know what's going on. This was the last round, buddy. There's no more rounds. Maybe the public service announcement didn't get through. Oh my goodness. We have a pretender we have not seen before. Emergency Arena Contestant, the Anuki of Love and War. I love it. I absolutely love it. She's got a Ring of Regen. She's got this companion bracelet. A bunch of gear. And a bunch of gems. I don't know what the fire gems are for since she doesn't have any fire paths. But she's carrying them. I mean, why not put them on, you know? This is one of the... Okay, so this is the Neeple Jarl that he was talking about. He's got the Flesh Eater and the Stinger, and he's got 2 lifelong protections. This guy is a badass. A very big badass. Protection, not amazing, but I don't think that's going to matter. You know, one thing I've liked about this is that... Oh my goodness. Swarm. One thing I've liked is that we haven't really seen protection be very dominant in the arena. And I think that's good, because I think a lot of times people focus on protection when really it's just one layer of defense. And it's easily bypassed. In fact, it's bypassed so easily that people aren't even really doing the counters for it anymore. Okay, she's worried about killing all these imps. But the bugs are all dead from the swarm casting. I think it was Swarm, not Creep. It may have been Creeping Doom. No, it was Swarm. And now the tides are turning against her. She's very much outnumbered, and a very angry Neeple Jarl is closing in. She got a chest wound from that Flesh Eater. And... she's got a lot of buffs, but she's surrounded by imps. No friend in sight. As she's getting pecked down. And it's not going to be very hard for a Neeple Jarl to work his way through her her HP regen. Yeah. It's just still having 2 weapons. Even though she's got, you know, temper flesh and stuff, it's not enough. She should die this turn. Yeah. Alright. So all hail Octopus Carpaccio. He has defeated Ubar's God, the Anuki of Love and War, who was a pretty cool contestant. Cast Swarm at the start, was going to overwhelm them with Swarm and then run in and attack them, but The double lifelong protection just overpowered the swarm. And we have Niflheim versus Gath. Now this is a pretty slouchy Gath contestant. Didn't even have a full kit, but I think Niflheim's gonna do horrible things to him. It's possible he gets really hung up on the Divine Shield, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, okay. He runs in and just spanks him right on the bottom. Another win for Niflheim. And we see Therados make an appearance. Oh my gosh. Atlantis having things they want to do, but petrify. And a bunch of death gems. He is diseased, though, but he has regen, so that's fine. And has a never healing wound. Summon Earth Power. Those Krabby Claws, man. Oh my god. It's such a smart build. I love this. It's a fun thing about doing weird mods like this. You really understand the game a bit better after it. Alright, Old Pelagia attacking Tirnanog. Oh my god. This is, So this is Sunshine's God. It's got all the things. And sadly, it doesn't get to fight a pretender first. Its first fight is against the Kraken. Alright, so the Kraken has an Axe of Hate, 2 Swords of Swiftness, and a Sword of Sharpness. So this is going to get through armor. This is going to basically mulch anything that doesn't have a ton of armor. And this is going to fatigue out everything else. And then a Ring of Regen and Anti-Magic Amulet. So he's got 300 HP. On this side, though, we've got a Lightning Shield, which is going to be very nice. I don't think this guy's going to have much shock resistance. He has none. So potentially can stun him a good bit. And then we've got this Auto Frighten thing, which probably isn't going to do much. A Lightning Mask would be a lot better, like the Light Spirit Helmet. I'm not sure what the Rune Smasher is going to be for. I mean, presumably this is a caster. I think it's going to do Swarm at the beginning, but it probably should have had a few more Nature Gems. We'll see. It's got a plan. Let's just watch. Now, the good thing for a caster, Horde of Skeletons is a very strange first thing. I was thinking Swarm, maybe. Let's see what the gems are for. Maybe he's just going to have them off script at the end. Power of the Spheres. Okay. Did he cast Drain Life here? Nope. Okay. He's casting Maws of the Earth. I think this is a strange choice. I think if you do the caster, you probably want to generate chaff and then run in, but I mean, I could see how versus different things, like versus elves, the Drain Life would have probably had a good chance to delete them. But now he's like a caster without chaff, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Hands is gonna tear him apart. And he didn't spend a lot of his time doing really valuable buffs. Like, he could have done Moss Body and had physical resistance and had Iron Skin. Like, he could be extremely hard to kill. But he spent his time doing weird things like Maws of the Earth and Drain Life and Power of the Spheres. Which, the caster build would be good, but I think you need chaff, like maybe a lifelong protection. Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't fuck with the Kraken. Now, he does have a never healing wound on the Kraken. I don't know if that... Let's see if that was actually from this, because that could be significant for later. Nope. That was a pre-existing condition. You were not covered. Oh my goodness. Kraken versus Krabby Claws. Now, this in many ways may be the penultimate fight. We've seen all the gear on these guys. This may be the finals happening early. All right. Sorry to pause for a second. Summon Earth Power. And the Krabby Claw is just going crazy. But he's not even at his regen threshold. He's not going to start regening until he gets down to 186. Phoenix Pyre. Okay, still not regening. Soul Vortex. Alright, now the Kraken should wake up this round. Oh my god, mirror image. I can't even see a damn thing. Alright, the Kraken's awake. Oh, but it gets immediately petrified. This is off script, I believe. It's possible... Wait, petrifying... So that's 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh no, I think it was scripted. I think he had a fifth script petrify. Oh my god, that's freaking brutal. Yeah, good luck winning when you can't do anything the first 8 rounds of combat. Faithful wouldn't have been a bad item here. Oh my god, we might have to take Petrify out of the arena. It's just, I never realized how oppressive it is in 1v1 combat. I mean, we did kind of last time, but oh my god, I mean, the Kraken literally couldn't do anything. That was so oppressive. Oh my god. Okay, so that is that. The Kraken has been put down, and now let's see what everybody else has to say. Okay, this is the first battle with Sarmatia, which I'm excited. Oh my god, that is frightening. A Wraith Crown, a Standard of the Damned, weightless scale armor, some reinvigoration boots, bottle of living water, and a lifelong protection. This is what I'm talking about. This is a scary ass kit. And I think it's going to do very well against this kind of elf, because this elf's going to run at you, but it's got to somehow get past all this chaff. He almost gets around it. He clearly was on attack rear, not attack closest. But he's going to be harassed to hell. He's already at a -8 harass penalty. It's interesting he's not choosing to do the Banner of the Damned, because I think they're off script now. Oh no, not yet. One more Horde of Skeletons and maybe he goes off script. Okay, and defense seems to stabilize at 24. 24 is exceptionally high. Oh my gosh, that was drain life. Luck saved him on that. He would have died. That was, where are we? Luck negated, otherwise fatal damage. Alright, so it is choosing to cast Drain Life off script, and it's going to do it again. Spellcasting AI too good. Keeps getting lucky. And then she mixes it up, like, let's get a little bit more chaff. Maybe another Drain Life. Oh, that hit. Mirror image is gone. This brave Hagadrot, though, isn't running. Okay, and then he gets hit. That is frightening to fight against. Alright. Scary stuff from Sarmatia. Will Sara make it to the finals? That's what we need to see. Oh my god, this is the Colossus that's coming out. With this Petrify on round 1 and round 5, what is to be done against this? Now, there's a Water Elemental, which actually is going to cause a fair amount of damage to this dude. He has no defense. He is ethereal, so he'll block 3 out of 4 shots, but otherwise he doesn't really have any protection against the Water Elemental. See, that Phoenix Pyre casts, but this Colossus isn't waking up quite yet. Soul Vortex not going to be very helpful here. You know, the Soul Vortex, if he does have to fight the Vampire Queen, could be pretty helpful, because it'll keep him... If there's enough imps, it'll keep his fatigue pretty low. And we're at 122 hit points for the bronze colossus. Oh my god, Hand of Death, 52 damage. Okay, next Hand of Death targets the water elemental. Well, he gets hit by a few more krabby claws. Oh, he's been petrified again. That was the script 5. And oh my god, he killed him. Wow. Do not fuck with this guy. I feel a little bad for everybody else. I mean, he's just cheesing them. He's just cheesing them. There are counters, we saw. The counters weren't deployed super well, but... Oh my god. It's just oppressive, though. Oh my god, the Neefel Jarl. Now, he has lifelong protections, though. Oh no, but they've gotten in close. He really didn't want this guy to land right next to him with the lifelong protections. They're doing a lot of damage. And unfortunately, he landed like right in front, which means most of the attacks are going to go right in front of you. And he really would much rather the actual krabby claws be targeting like imps, but it doesn't. He's been just all the hits have been going at him. Look, he got hit that round again. He is regenerating, which is good. He's got Mirror Image, which that should get knocked off pretty quick. Oh my god, he got petrified again. Dude, it's that turn 5 petrify that's just the clincher for this. And there's no way he's going to survive. I mean, he's got luck, so there's a way. If you believe hard enough, no. What a monster. What a freaking monster. Somebody stop him. Call Child Protective Services. Report this guy for child abuse. Oh my gosh. What a freaking monster. Who knew Krabby Claws was so oppressive? Alright, we have Dione getting the lowest possible roll on wolves. Without many items, though. That's unfortunate for him. I think we know how this is going to go. Has he gotten any afflictions? No new afflictions on the Protogenos of the Sea. Oh, it's a fight. The Dione wakes up. Oh, but he gets to drain life to death here at the end. Okay. Didn't get any new afflictions. And we have the last 2 rounds. All right, get the popcorn out. We have Sarmatia and Asphodel. Asphodel with the Gloves of the Gladiator and the Sleep Vine. Just tons of attacks per turn. However, not good against Skelly Spam. This is horrible against Skelly Spam. It's like the worst thing in the world against Skelly Spam. Because the Sleep Vines, even with the Unholy Weapons, won't do anything to skeletons. So it's really only just... And this can only kill 1 per turn. So, yeah, he's going to get walloped here. Oh, he can trample, though. That's clever. That's good versus skeletons, but it's not going to matter. All right, the penultimate fight. Sarmatia. Okay, petrified lands and does not target the water elemental. I think it's because she has too much health. This is what I said. Like, you actually don't want her in the capital with a lot of health, because it's going to attract more aggro. And he lands next to her. Oh my god. Didn't get distracted by the chaff. Now, does she die? So far, she hasn't been getting targeted by, like, anything. Oh, but there it went. She died from waking up from Petrify. Oh my god. Is free from petrification, failed to resist. Oh my god. This was the perfect, like, one of the perfect ways to kill Krabby Claws. The problem really was her Dominion was too high. And she went in, I mean, this isn't something you can do much about. But she went into this fight. I mean, you could move them out of the capital, right, to some low Dominion province. But Yeah, she starts off with really high hit points. Like if she was in no Dominion, it would only be 18, right? And to de-aggro, you need to be less than. Oh, you know what I wonder? Let's look at their first fight that Sarmatia was in. I think that's all the way up here. How much she might have, it might not be she came in with that much. Oh, I think she drained life did. Because I was like, that's more than she would just have from Dominion. Yeah, but she drained life did. You see that +7? Yeah. She's totally at max, like above max HP. So having that extra amount of HP made the Protogenos, we'll watch this again, it made him target her with Petrify instead of this water elemental, which is 27, which would normally take aggro. And then he also landed right next to her, which I think is a little unlucky. But it probably wouldn't have mattered because she would have failed the MR roll when she'd woken up. Rainbow armor, he was saying, would be great to have. That would have been great to have. Really good to have. But she just dies from the MR check here. I mean, this guy was taking a pounding. He was about to get Phoenix Pyre killed. Like, it was going to happen that turn. And then she would have summoned more. What was his fatigue like? His fatigue was 0, though. So he would have... I don't think the Phoenix Pyre... Well, I don't know. When he's surrounded by skeletons, he'd been taking a lot of damage. And the Drain Life coming in on top of it, it's hard to say how that would go. But Phoenix Pyre would clear out a lot of the skeletons. It would be a cool match. I don't exactly know how it would go. But there we go. Protogenos of the Sea, certainly the champion. I will pull up the score graph in a minute, but I think first we're going to have a look through the sheet. We'll look at the top 5, who placed in the top 5. But first, I think we're going to have a look at this. So, provinces doesn't really matter for this. Let's look at gym income and research. I think these are the main two. So, Old Arco, number 1 in gym income. We'll just go through each of these. And if they're close... So Sarmatia is in the kind of the middle of the pack here. Pangea, bottom of the pack. Tirnanog, second place for Tirnanog for gym income. And they sent a fair amount of kitted thugs into the arena. They had a lot of things. They didn't have a ton of success in the arena. But I feel like they got some pretty tough matchups in there, too. And then here we have Helheim, who had pretty high. They were third highest gym income. Niflheim, they were in the bottom of the pack, or middle of the pack, bottom of the middle of the pack. Yomi, bottom middle of the pack. Hinnom, bottom of the pack. Did not have a lot of gems. Ubar had only a middling amount of gems. I think they were probably a little frustrated by that. They said that in their message. Atlantis, top of middle of the pack, or middle of the pack. Pelagia did not have much gem income, but they, I think, were very high on the score chart without having it. And Theridos had almost no gem income, guys. He was just all in on Mr. Krabby Claus. If your god never dies, because you're a huge badass, then you don't need a lot of gems. But this just shows, like, it's like, okay, this build seemed super freaking cheesy and overpowered. But if people could have killed him a few times, it would have been very hard for him to win. And there definitely were ways to kill him. They were, like, pretty finicky, though. They were very finicky. But yeah, I mean, if they killed him, well, he only has 2 item slots. I was thinking, like, okay, the low gem income means it's going to be hard for him to replace this. He could replace the 25 gem items probably 3 times with the amount of gems he has, so he really doesn't need much. All right, so that was Theridos. Asphodel had a cranking amount of gems, and then Ashdod did not have hardly any. And, you know, like we were talking about, these nations with the, like, recruitable super combatants, like Ashdod and Hinnom, they really need a lot. And so them really not having a lot of gems Because the thing is, like with these guys, that you really want to put a big kit on their dudes, but they're probably not going to win against a lot of pretenders, so you're going to have to replace it a lot. So I think like a build where you have like, you know, these super recruitable super combatants, you probably need to think about site searching. Late Age Arco, they were middle of the pack for gems. Gath was middle of the pack, kind of top of bottom of the middle of the pack. And that was that. And then for research, oh my goodness. It looks like the Arcos were just trying to go for the research victory, which makes sense. They have a bronze colossus, but they're way ahead of Therados. You can see here with Therados, they were first, but then they kind of died off. And that makes sense because they don't have any money, guys. Like, they were using death gems to research better at the beginning and stuff. But they had pop kill and death scales and all this and not much land. So yeah, they didn't, you know, their slope wasn't great. But on top of that, they switched back here to getting a bunch of priests. And as they were getting priests for the last part of the game, so they could resummon their god in 2 turns. You know, as they were doing that, they fell behind in research. But turns out to have not mattered. They had the research they needed. Next up was Tiernanog was number 4 in research. Cool. And where's Sarmatia? Were they... Okay, yeah, they were number 5. And Ashdod was number 6. And then after that, we have, like, Pelagia. I think we have some of the other Hinnom-themed nations. Yeah, Hinnom, and then Gath. And then everybody else was basically in here. So we'll flash up all the graphs real quick. Here's provinces. Here's forts. Here's income. Dominion. Army size. Oh my god, somebody had a lot. Who was this? Oh, this was Therados, of course. All right, so that was it. Let's pull up the score graph. All right, and here's the final scores. I'll pull this up here. So special thanks to Sunshine, who had been... they basically entered all of these things. I mean, you can see there's a ton of data to enter, right? Every round they went in and put in how many points people won, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, special thanks to them for putting all this in. The final scores are right here. So, I've sorted them in order. We have Olio playing Therados, getting 93 with a very decisive win. We had Knockdown Halo playing Pelagia. So, Olio, of course, had Krabby Claws. Pelagia, they were basically doing Mr. Hands things with their Kraken, and they had 60 points, and a pretty decisive number 2. And then down a bit, we had a bunch of people right around 40 points. We had Waylander playing Niflheim with 44 points. We had Rin with their race car Helheim build with 41 points. We had Demonstein with Late Age Arco with 40 points. And we had right just beneath them, Tim with Sarmatia and the Vampire Queen. And then beneath them, we had a kind of crew of people that were in the 30s and then down in the 20s. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in and for watching. And I hope you have enjoyed the series. I think if we do it again, some of my reflections, learnings, I think if we do it again, I think we're going to have to take out Petrify. Petrify is just so freaking impressive. Which, who knew? I never knew Petrify was this good. It hardly gets cast much. Yeah. But, God, is it strong. Oh, my God. Like, in normal games, it's not really a thing. I mean, people will use it, but it doesn't... You don't see it that used that much. Or I don't, anyway. But, oh my god, it was freaking oppressive here. Jesus Christos. Well, it was really good. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I think if we do it again, we'll take that out. Otherwise, I was pretty pleased with the rules. I don't think I want to change the rules. I think it was much more fun spectating this one. There are lots of little itty-bitty things that, you know... Like, all the little battles where people were fighting off different... Like, the bottom feeders fighting each other was a ton of fun to watch. I think that this was a pretty cool format. It would be fun to play it next time, but I'll probably just cast. Anyhow, hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the future. Take care.